Welcome to Collaborative Inquiry for Students, Section 4, Part 1, Structuring Collaborative Inquiry, Steps 1, 2, and 3. As we mentioned previously, this section is about envisioning the end and knowing our destination and outcomes. An essential piece of structuring our collaborative inquiry experience is asking the necessary questions to identify our destination. As you begin to structure collaborative inquiry for your students, you will ask questions that will help you formulate the essential question, topic questions, goals and objectives, products, assessments, and learning experiences that will be the structure of your lesson. Please locate page 158, Structuring Collaborative Inquiry, Steps 1, 2, and 3. As you design your experience, you will think about your standards and curriculum and follow a backward design. Wiggins and McTighe in Understanding by Design suggested the 3 stages you see in the boxes above. Stage 1, identify desired results. Stage 2, determine acceptable evidence. Stage 3, plan learning experiences and instruction. Next, take a look at the steps and the questions asked in each of these stages of backward design. In Step 1, you determine which major concepts in your curricular frameworks are conducive to collaborative inquiry. Step 2 has you identify the essential question that connects the concept to the heart of the discipline. We will learn more about writing essential questions in this section. Step 3 has you identify the topic questions which frame the curriculum expectations and drive the learning goals and objectives. These 3 steps achieve Stage 1, identify desired results. Steps 4 and 5 are the questions you ask to determine acceptable evidence. In these steps, you determine which products or performances provide acceptable evidence of student learning and achievement of outcomes. You also select the assessment you will use to show acceptable evidence of learning. These first 5 steps help you dream and envision the end. Step 6 moves into the design phase and helps you plan learning experiences and instruction. We will begin with identifying desired results. The first 3 questions are shaded because we will examine these questions first. On the bottom of the page, you will see the terms defined that appear in the first 3 questions. A concept is an overarching idea, theory, or theme aligned to the standards and curricular frameworks. An essential question is a question that connects the concept to the heart of the discipline. Topic questions are questions that frame the curriculum expectations and drive the learning objectives. Goals and objectives are what students will know and be able to do. The Structuring Collaborative Inquiry graphic is also located on the back of your laminated card for easy reference when planning your collaborative inquiry experiences. Locate page 159, Structuring Poetry in Motion. Compare and contrast the steps on this page with the Collaborative Inquiry Experience, Poetry in Motion, on pages 151 and 152. What connections do you see between the concept dream, envision the end, and the questions for Step 1 through Step 6? Did you realize that if you envision or answer each of these questions, you can establish the main structure of your experience? You can then design the rest of the experience based on your structure. Did you realize that the essential question is good for providing a reason or a purpose for doing the experience? Do you like knowing that your products and assessments are known up front? Does it make planning the experience easier because you know what you are working toward? You know your destination. Now, you probably understand why this is called backward design. Remember, Asking these questions will help you structure a collaborative inquiry experience aligned to your standards and curriculum by envisioning the end, by knowing your destination. With a strong destination in mind, you can build a meaningful experience. We will explore each of these steps and questions in more depth throughout this section. Follow this structure to help you design well thought out collaborative inquiry experiences. As we just learned, we must structure our collaborative inquiry experiences by first envisioning and identifying the desired results. Please locate pages 160 and 161, Identify Desired Results, steps 1, 2, and 3. Let's use the experience Poetry in Motion and compare the steps on page 160 to the corresponding steps on page 161. On page 160, remember a concept is an overarching idea, theory, or theme aligned to the standards and curriculum frameworks. On page 161, our concept for that experience was poetry. Concepts for collaborative inquiry experiences emerge from your standards and curricular frameworks. You will want to choose those places in your curriculum where depth of knowledge is crucial and have the largest impact on proficiency. On page 160, essential questions are broad, abstract, and universal and focused on the heart of the discipline. If it is not focused to the heart of the discipline, then it is not essential. Avoid essential questions that are too broad or not feasible for your students or the classroom. Essential questions should also pass the so what test. In other words, does it have significance? We do not want students spending time on insignificant minutia. The essential question is also open-ended, with many potential answers, and the answers are not immediately obvious. It is this open-endedness and multiple solutions that open the door for student inquiry. The essential question is stimulating, intriguing, and timeless. It is also connected to real-world issues that have a relevance for students as they search for deeper understanding. We always want to invoke curiosity and the desire to know more in our students. On page 161, the essential question for Poetry in Motion was, how does poetry help us express our feelings and emotions? On page 160, topic questions have certain criteria you use when writing them. Topic questions help us answer the essential question. They are written in student-appropriate language. They are provocative and often have correct answers. The topic questions frame and identify the curriculum expectations. Topic questions should cause students to think and ask questions. The teacher can develop the topic questions based on elements within the curriculum, or the teacher can facilitate the development of the topic questions in concert with the students. We can heighten the level of inquiry by allowing our students to develop their own topic questions. Teachers can also use a combination approach by letting students brainstorm topic questions and then adding or making suggestions as to additional topics of which students may not be aware. Students can then determine which topic question each team member will explore and research. From the topic questions, we can write and establish the learning goals and objectives. On page 160, from the topic questions, we can write our goals and objectives, what the students will know and be able to do. Goals and objectives require students to make generalizations, synthesize content, form opinions, and develop a deeper understanding. They require students to apply knowledge to the world in which they learn, live, and work. You may notice that this involves the levels of understanding and the questions for life thinking skills. Remember, that goals and objectives are concrete and specific. On page 161, read the goals and objectives for Poetry in Motion. What insights emerged regarding the model of backward design? Can you see where having these pieces in place will design a more effective collaborative inquiry experience? Did you notice how the topic questions identified the big pieces of curriculum expectations and framed the purpose or relevance to what students will learn? Did you say that the goals and objectives should answer the topic question just like the topic questions help answer the essential question? Remember, be aware that you may see the definition, criteria, and use of essential and topic questions vary from district to district. Determining steps 1, 2, and 3 is an example of beginning with the end in mind by identifying the desired results. We develop a vision of what we want our students to know and be able to do, a vision of the direction of the learning experience. Writing effective essential and topic questions takes practice. We will continue our discussion by giving you practice writing these essential and topic questions. This concludes structuring collaborative inquiry. Please continue to Modules Section 4, Part 1, Dream, Envision the End, Writing Topic Questions and Goals and Objectives.